I don't have a face cam right now. That's because I moved my desk over a bit. Everything that has to do with Monday, it's a shit show and my ADHD is going all over the place. But, as I said, I was going to play again and I'm going to play tomorrow. And I want to finish Walden. Great game. Very lovely. I actually did some research after playing. Of course, because this is a game historically based on our main character, Henry. I'm trying to remember his last name. But he, so he was an environmentalist. He was one of the people who helped start it it was a movement that started during the Industrial Revolution. And then there was a group of people who basically were like, I think this is going to damage the ecosystem and the climate. We should probably stop that before it gets fucked. He was also against war, and being sent to war and being forced to be sent to war as... Oh, I seem to be a little too high. There we go. Sorry about that. And a whole bunch of other things that, as I was looking, made me think, if Henry came to, and also he was part of, the Simple Living movement, too. It was kind of cool, actually. But, this is me rambling on for right now, but it's fine. So I was thinking, what would happen if Henry came to 2021? And my simple answer was, he would have an absolute mental breakdown. Probably several. Okay, somebody's just vacuuming. I thought it was the people downstairs playing fucking country music again. Anyway, so yeah, I obviously would think that he would have an absolute mental breakdown if he came here to 2021. But also understanding that, everything he was doing probably, I don't know. It was just interesting to find and think that, so yeah. Anyway, back to the games. I need to check my memes. I don't think that really matters anyway. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I think I was about to go to... Oh.
I was as much affected by the faint hum of a mosquito making its invisible and unimaginable tour through my apartment at earliest dawn as I could be by any trumpet that ever sang of fame.
That fucking mosquito. Every time. Oh yeah, I need to check everything. Okay. Just low on food, as usual.
No man ever stood the lower in my estimation for having a patch in his clothes. Yet I am sure that there is greater anxiety commonly to have fashionable, or at least clean and unpatched clothes than to have a sound conscience. We know but few men, a great many coats and breeches.
He ain't wrong, though. Although my first thought is, why can't he just fix him? But then it's like, wait. No, he ain't wrong. Okay, that's all the stuff I have. Oh, hello.
November, 1845. Henry, the seasons are turning now, and we all feel the coldness of time. Does the work progress? Do you think it will be done by spring? Have you prepared well for the winter to set in? Love, Sophia.
I just need more food, honestly. that disappearing animal, whatever the fuck it was. Alright, well, whatever. The beans are over here somewhere. Yeah, here they are. Will they be ready for winter? I'm not sure. Yes. Good. Hopefully they'll be ready. They've blossomed, but hopefully they'll be ready for winter. We'll do all that. Spring. So our task is over there. But I do like getting Sophia's stuff. What are you doing? I think my cat lost something in her, under the radiator. Uh-oh. Please watch yourself. You're getting tangled up in cords. Tiny child. Okay, you're good. Is that $3.45 or $345? Not sure. Don't care. Oh well. Let's go and do Sophia's stuff, because she's been given some really good shit that I need. Although I do need food. Don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Da-da-da-da. Oh. Oh, that's just... dumb rabbit. Common rabbit. Yeah.
Huh.
The sumac grow ludicrously about the woods, growing 5 or 6 feet the first season. Its broad pinnate tropical leaf was pleasant, though strange to look on. The large buds developed themselves as by magic into the graceful green and tender boughs. It's late fall. Oh, hell yeah! Gimme. Hell yeah. So what are we at with that? Low, but still good. Anyway, we're gonna continue on. I now know those plants are good. So if I see where weird. Oh, what's this? I see. Oh, hello.
Who has not sometimes derived an inexpressible satisfaction from his food in which appetite had no share? I have been inspired through the palate that some berries which I had eaten on a hillside had fed my genius. He who distinguishes the true savor of his food can never be a glutton. He who does not cannot be otherwise. Interesting.
I have only to remember where the woods have been cut, just long enough to know where to look for huckleberry. It is to refresh us, thus they bide their time on the forest floor. Oh. Fuck off. Useless. I mean, that makes sense. If gluttony is more into the surplus of things rather than, actual food, yeah, that makes sense. But, some days you're just gonna eat a lot of food without giving a shit what it is. And that's okay. As long as it's not the rich. At that point, we eat the rich. Anyway. Which is funny, because this guy is also against them, too. it's really interesting to see how nothing has changed. This takes place 200 years ago. Oh, bunny. Oh, same thing. And nothing has changed. Well, I was gonna say, why can't we hunt them? But I think I remember seeing that he technically, it was called something different back then, but he was basically vegan. Which is why you see, because I don't, no, he was like pescatarian. Something like that. There was a lot of things he did that I was just like, okay. Either it was like weird or that made sense. I am not knowing where I'm going. But like, there was like a group where they would abstain from having sex, just to have like, I don't know, enlightenment. Oh, I'm not far. Oh shit. Okay, well I will rest. Somewhat rested. Well, I'll rest. I always get to take a break. Oh, this dude.
There you are, Henry. Haven't you found my laws of magic?
I haven't found it yet, but I'll keep looking.
Nice. Wood, shit. Yeah, I'll go look for your book tomorrow. I just want to find my sister's shit. Because, like, she's actually helping me out here. Take it straight up. Double check. You know, I used to be in cadets and love this survival shit. Now it seems like I can hardly read a fucking map. That's fine. I mean, I know how to survive in the woods with like MREs and stuff like that. There's stories with that. I don't know.
If the day and the night are such that you greet them with joy, and life emits a fragrance like flowers and sweet-scented herbs, is more elastic, more starry, more immortal, that is your success. All nature is your congratulation, and you have cause momentarily to bless yourself.
I think that's something we all can learn today. That, yeah. Oh god, fucking wood, hell yeah.
This flute belonged to John,
Oh.
but it should be yours now. Won't you come play for us? On a lonely path past the railroad tracks, beyond sharp sounds of the ice cutter's axe, I wait for thee with care and patience, in loving remembrance of dear acquaintance. Sophia.
So what the fuck did I get? I still have to collect those fish. I think I have to get those fish in the middle of the pond, so that might be. I thought I. Alright, where does she need me to go? All the way across the river. Or the pond. I keep. Alright. I'll find the guy's book tomorrow. Hi, kid. What are you doing? Sorry, my cat is here. And she's... Oh, thanks for bringing out my lantern, actually. You stepped on the keyboard, now my lantern is out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, hickory. Might as well pick some of this up while I'm here. Keep it on. Low on food. Oh. Hey, squirrel. Oh, arrowhead. Yeah.
Sometimes a rambler in the wood was attracted by the sound of my axe. and we chatted pleasantly over the chips which I had made.
Oh, there's a bird. Wait, what the fuck? Alright. Oh, there's something over here too. Des. Please.
I thought, as I have my living to get, and have not eaten today, that I might go a-fishing. That's the true industry for poets. It is the only trade I have learned.
I don't. You know what? Whatever. I was gonna say I don't think so, but. Yeah, smack a butt. Oh, it's a shiner. Hell yeah. Get money for that. What are you doing? Why? What are you doing? Are you watching the stick go into the water, Luna? Yeah? You gonna climb on? Sure. I can get those. I wonder how many shiners I needed. I'll have to check. Oh yeah, something I just remembered. He was also kind of one of the forerunners for like detailed observation. Because like if you noticed, every time we look at something, he has like a poem, and it's pretty detailed, and fairly accurate on what it is. So that's something cool. Hey. I need to see. Show me. Well, you only need 2. But I thought I got those. No. They're good. Oh, nice. Oh wait, maybe I need 5. Okay, well if I can. I can get some more. here fishing until I finish this quest and maybe get more food. Although I probably might buy food. I think I need more jars though. Come on. That was not something. Okay, quit playing. Don't stick your claw into the mic. What are you doing? Let's go to the cabin. Up the brightness a bit on my lap or on my desktop.
Good, Henry. Mr. Garrison has heard of your sentiments against slavery in our nation. I know that his recent lecture at our Lyceum roused you quite thoroughly. He asks if you won't write something for the Liberator on the topic. I suggest sending this manuscript on slavery in Massachusetts that you left with me recently. It will certainly move many hearts and minds. With thanks, Alcott.
Okay. Oh, good reason to go out today, I guess. I was gonna get that dude's, should probably. Okay, that brings down the icon a bit, which will hopefully be good. Or well, I know it's not gonna be too good, but I mean, better than nothing. Oh! Wait, no, get back here. That's a bunny. There we go. No, that's a... I got it, but I couldn't read it. I literally ran that bitch over. Oh well. Oh, hell yeah. I don't know how many days I have left, but I know I can't plant any more beans. But at least I have more beans. Oh. Okay, then I will keep those beans for later. Clean up a bit and
I hardly know what you do with your time, Henry. The children say you took them out huckleberrying all day rather than working on those edits I suggested for your article. Sometimes I think I would like to see your work published more than you would.
okay, why is that just a big mood? Like, I would literally be Henry going out with doing the whatever Huckleberry shit rather than writing. It doesn't mean I should be. We are kind of the same. That's all I'll say. Just gonna pick up more of these toys and then maybe I'll read some letters. Oh shit. No, pick it up. What's up, dude?
Good afternoon.
I'm not talking
Good
to you.
afternoon.
Not talking to you because I don't have your book yet.
Don't let Ellen's rejection of your offer come between you, Henry. It's a terrible blow. I know you and John both cared for her deeply, but think if she had accepted one and left the other to watch their happiness from the outside. No, to turn you both down was the kindest thing she could do. And you still have John and I and our beloved woods to console you.
She could have also been gay. There's a high possibility. I'm gonna steal this pie again. Hell yeah. I am not paying that. Anyway. That's not what I want. No, no. Yeah. What are you doing down there? Mom gets on stream and now you just want to be all over. You're just like, hi. Come up. Eventually I want to train her to sit between my keyboard and my desktop. But now is not the time. I should get her more treats though.
July 1838. Dear Messieurs Thoreau, my sister, whom you know, has sent me a copy of the Yeoman's Gazette with your advertisement for a new Concord Academy, and suggested I contact you regarding the education of my son, Edmund Sewell. Edmund is a bright pupil, and is in need of instruction preparatory to a collegiate course, with the usual English branches of study. I will send him, with my daughter Ellen as chaperone, to meet you at your earliest convenience. Sincerely, Reverend Edmund Quincy Sewell.
I feel like some shady shit's going on, but I don't know. Do I have mail? I do.
Dear Mr. Thoreau, thank you for the fish specimens you recently sent. Professor Agassiz was highly delighted with them. Some of the species he has seen before, but never in such fresh condition. He would be very interested in the other species you suggested. Should you be able to provide them, we could pay $5 a piece for the mink and fox, and $1 a piece for the mice and hares. 3 white-footed mice, 2 hares,
Don't
1
flick my
mink,
water bottle.
1 red fox. Sincerely, James Elliott Cabot, assistant to Dr. Agassiz, Harvard University.
Oh, that's a weird way of hunting. Alright.
My friend Thoreau, I know that there has been much delay, but your article is this moment in type and will appear as the leading article in Graham's magazine for next month. I will see that Graham pays you fairly for it. Do not think hard of him. I am enclosing $2 until such time as he does. I propose that if you will sit down and write another article for me, I will give you $12 for it on delivery, publish it, and leave you the copyright. Do not write too long, or more quickly than you can think, for that will not work for the magazines. Yours, Horace Greeley.
just quickly checking to see how much, Okay. So homeboy just got paid $2. Sorry. He basically was paid $70. That's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. And then the guy said he's gonna pay him $12 next time. $400. 416. Not too bad.
Ah, there you are, Henry. I think your sister was just in and collected a letter from your old friend, Miss Sewell. We haven't seen her much recently.
And now to go to the general store because I need wood for sure. Maybe some more.
Good day, Henry.
Good afternoon.
What can I do for you?
I can pay back my taxes. I'm gonna stick with that because he literally, his whole thing was actually not to pay taxes. He didn't believe, he basically didn't believe in taxing people, especially, if I remember correctly, it's because it was, taxing the poor people as opposed to the rich, so he was just like, nah, not doing this. I can't pay that, but I need fuel though. Do that. Oh shit! I did not want to do that. I wanted to do that. There we go. Household. Let's do that. Oh, while we're here. Oh no, not a cookie. Oh, I can't buy that. That's fine. The clothing state is fine. Definitely do that. Did I buy the shed? No, because I can't afford it. Tools. What's I definitely still want that fishing, one of the fishing rods. So I guess I can do some. I do want to read some of the letters over here. Wait. Oh, is that another? Oh, it's another manuscript. Let's go send it. Also listening. Am I quiet?
Dear Ellen, Sophia tells me you enjoyed the poems I sent,
Hi, Bailey.
so here are some more brief lines for you with my best wishes. Nature never makes haste. Her systems revolve at an even pace. The bud swells imperceptibly,
Yeah, and this guy's
without
supposed to
hurry
be,
or
like,
confusion, as though the short
just-
spring days were an eternity. Why then should man hasten, as if anything less than an eternity were allotted for the last deed. As the wise man is not anxious that time wait for him, neither does he wait for it. Henry Thoreau.
So I actually did like a quick test. Like my mic seems fine. It like hits the yellow, but when they talk, that's when like it gets way too loud. So I don't know if like right now sounds any better, but I'm trying. Audio for a lot of this shit sucks. Okay. Nothing I can do there. I think also a lot of it is I'm just kind of like whispering to myself, and my mic is just kind of it's like under, or it's like below me. I can't. Oh, can I move my mouse out of here? No, I can't. Shit. Anyway, I was gonna quickly turn on my thing to be shown. I'm doing good. Probably just a little stressed for Monday is all, but that's kind of normal. I still have to do stuff for getting my house ready. At the same time, I'm just like, I want to buy more boxes of stuff. Maybe I should go to Calgary to get rid of some of my wife's stuff, and I'm, you know, in a perpetual state of, I'm gonna say this, so Monday when we talked, you brought up that, you know, Ella had coping mechanisms for a lot of her stuff, and that just made me realize I only had like 1.5 coping mechanisms for stuff, for anything, so...
We boast that we belong to the 19th century and are making the
That was
most
fun.
rapid strides of any nation. But consider how little this village does for its own culture. It is time that we had uncommon schools, that we did not leave off our education when we begin to be men and women.
Is he asking for free education? Because I'm down for that. Dude, I'm like, every time I research this dude, I am absolutely in love with it. Yeah, it's slow and gradual, and like I told my counselor yesterday, every day I get closer to March, especially to when I'm getting assessed, it feels like more and more I'm either displaying more and more symptoms of it, of ADD, or maybe it's just me in my head being like, oh, but this seems right, or I don't know, some shit. Anyway, it's slow learning, but I mean, hey, had to figure it out at some point. Yeah, I definitely think I'm just noticing it more. Cause like I have time now to like think about it. I'm gonna turn on the lantern. Yeah. True. Like if you're always looking for the number 23, you're always gonna see 23. And I think it's also because there's more people like I follow somebody on Twitter who talks about it. Twitter and Tumblr actually. There's people I follow who talk about it and about the adult symptoms, and I'm just like, wait, that's a thing? I'm experiencing this. Wait.
Interesting.
Oh, a mouse. Wait, I think I have to catch this guy. Vacuum, get over here. Oh, fuck. Alright. I need to be at my cabin. Oh, there's something on the chair.
Before we can adorn our houses with beautiful objects, the walls must be stripped, and our lives must be stripped, and beautiful housekeeping and beautiful living be laid for a foundation. A taste for the beautiful is most cultivated out of doors, where there is no house and no housekeeper.
Oh, fuck, I gotta fix my house. But what's this?
Dearest Henry, you are a model of self-reliance. I am overwhelmed with admiration, as is my daughter Louisa, who speaks of you often with youthful affection. I write to tell you that your article is in print in Mr. Garrison's Liberator. He tells me it makes him weep with fury. Surely this is payment enough for your troubles. Your friend, A. Bronson Alka.
No, get back here. Little shit, get back here. I need you. Get back here. Okay, I'm not chasing a rabbit for like 5 minutes, but I'm tempted. I play so this is a game. This will become no surprise to you. This is a historical-based game about a real person at an actual pond called Walden. And I play as oh god, he had a lot of things. He's a poet, he's a writer, a poet, an abolitionist, environmentalist, I forget what it's called, but basically they don't have sex because they want to see enlightenment, but it's not quite Buddhism, but it's not quite asexuality, it's kind of like in between. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that this guy talks about. He's very socialist. And this is set in 1845, by the way. He's very much a heavily socialist dude. And like I said, this is it's historical based. No, it was called something different. Because he's not religious. He just is like, I need to not have sex. Like it's not involving religion, but like they want to be enlightenment. It's weird. But like, I've read what he is against. Oh, and he's against the military, of course, and being forced into fighting and war and a whole bunch of shit. And I like going through this game, so of course, like, you know, it's all 18th or 19th century tones, so it's kind of a little hard to understand. But from the gist is, if he came to 2021, he'd absolutely have a mental breakdown. There's no doubt about it. Like, this guy is heavily a socialist. And is very much into, like, because what this game is about is I think it was like 2 or 3 years, he did Simple Living as an experiment to kind of get him to think about, or not to think about, but it's to work on, like, his writing and to work on, like, observing the environment and everything. It's very relaxing. The voice actors are actually amazing, like, for real. And it's just nice. I vibe to it real well. And of course you have so this map here is literally everything you can explore. And it was all made on Unity, by the way. Now I gotta find this guy's book, though. Yeah. Bet you no Nate student could make this kind of thing. Sorry, I have to laugh at my own joke because I know you're a game designer. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Okay, good. Just gotta go around this. But yeah, it was kind of funny because, like, last stream that I played this. Wait. What are you? Are you a rock? Yeah, sometimes that happens, and then sometimes it's like, oh, I did not expect this to be, you know, what I think it is. But of course, like, I got the big itch.io bundle because, you know, I couldn't. couldn't afford to help for a lot of fundraisers, but I thought like this itch bundle, because you can pay like $5 and it's great, like, and it helps, and you know, you're helping racial awareness, and it's kind of the thing where I eventually want to go through this entire bundle, play all these games, just to be like, here are these cool ass people who came together and were like, hey, fuck racial injustice, and I just want to be like, I'm gonna promote your game for free because you guys are amazing people. I did buy it. Also, I have some assets too in there, which I'm like, I'm probably never gonna use, but like, if you need some, you know, I got the source packs for that. Where am I? I am. Wow, where did I go? Think I gotta go this way? Oh wait, I don't know what this is. Fuck off. No! No! Yeah! There's actually a few games where I've seen people play on stream. Wow, I am going the complete opposite way. What the fuck? Yeah, I've seen, like, there's a short hike on there, which is, I've actually seen somebody play that on stream. It is such a nice game. Like, it's beautiful music, it's very calm and chill. You can go around doing, like, little side quests and stuff like that. It's so good. There's a few, I have to double check. Oh, I don't think I need bullfrogs, though. Can I eat you? No, I cannot.
Huh.
Oh. It was pleasant to compare the first tender signs of the infant year with the stately beauty of the withered cattails which had withstood the winter, those unexhausted granaries which entertained the earliest birds, decent weeds, at least, which widowed nature wears. Oh yeah. And I mean, if you want some good indie horror too, I believe I've seen quite a few on there that were really good. Like, have you heard of the one? It's it's that horror game about essentially working in retail. I'd have to find it. I can't do that right now. It's like Night of the Living Consumers. I think that's what it is Night of the Living Consumers. And I think that would, you know, be just as horrid as it is working in real retail. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff in that bundle, and I'm just like, I need to find a game and play it and pick it. But I have so many options, and there's so much good shit. Oh god, I'm going... Okay, where do I go now? Left? Little more to the left, I think. A little more. I'm trying to get like a good beeline so I can like run in that direction, because I gotta find this book for this guy, and I think it talks about, because they talk about like, I don't know, I forget what it's about. I forget what his side quest is about, because I kind of don't care. Whereas like everything else, like the poetry about the little stuff is nice. You get to live 19, I keep mixing up my centuries, but 19th century simple living, which is a little shack in the middle of nowhere, and I'm growing beans, and I've never felt more alive in this game than I do in real life. going the wrong fucking way again. God damn it. If this stands for anything, it's I would love to do simple living, but not too deep in the woods because I swear to God I'm gonna get fucking lost. Where did all this cadet training go? Fucking nowhere, I'll tell you that. Just like my diploma, fucking nowhere. Actually, I was thinking about that too, because like, I keep knocking around like, oh, you know, maybe I should go back to school, try to do the thing my mom forced me to do, which was being a teacher. Which there's nothing wrong with being a teacher, it's just, I wanted to go more for like, history, because I'm an absolute fucking nerd. You can attest to that. But a part of me now is like, you know, maybe I should just go and do the degree for the history, because that is literally my hyperfixation, I guess. If that's how you would call it. Anyway.
It struck me again tonight, as if I had not seen it almost daily for more than 20 years. Why, here is Walden, the same woodland lake that I discovered so many years ago. When a forest was cut down last winter, another is springing up by its shores lustily as ever. The same thought is welling up to its surface that was then. It is the same liquid joy and happiness to itself and its maker. Aye, and it may be to me.
Oh, look at the close to that book. Oh yeah, so it turns out that this pond is, so basically it was formed by glaciers, and there's actually an ancient, like, there's a spot that I found last stream, but there's a spot with an ancient forest in it, and a lot of people are like, we don't, okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. But yeah, there's an ancient forest down there, and it's cool as shit. And they don't nobody really 100% knows how the hell, like, it was made. They know it was, glaciers, but because it's not connected to, like, rivers or anything, it's still kind of like, what the shit is this? But yeah.
A written word is the choicest of relics. It is something at once more intimate with us and more universal than any other work of art.
I forget what book I was supposed to find. Law of Manu. Oh god. I'm not gonna read all that. It started off with Homer's Iliad, and I'm like, nope, I can see a definition. What about pictures? What about pictures? What? Wait, there was a thing I was looking at. Where'd it go? I think it's up here. Woodchoppers have cleared this area for woods for fuel and profit. Okay. Oh, is this what this is up here? Wait, was that the shiny thing I was seeing? The town? Probably. He said writing was the best art form. It's universal, but I rise in pictures. Yeah, I think the only reason why he says this is because he's only ever been a writer. Oh shit. Let's go to Concord, because I do need to talk to that guy. Oh, it's winter.
Winter has arrived, and a regular snowstorm has commenced. Fine flakes falling steadily, and rapidly whitening all the landscape. In half an hour, the russet earth is painted white even to the horizon. I know of no other so silent and sudden a change.
think it's because this guy can't draw worth a shit, so that's why he's like, yes, writing is the best art. That's because it's the only art he can do. Oh, is this? Oh, it's his stuff. Okay, cool. As much as I would love to read this, I can't. But like, I get him. Oh, any for me.
Merry Christmas, Henry. Here are some lovely oranges to sweeten your time in the woods. Love, Sophia.
Oh, fuck yeah. Can I steal the rest? Hell yeah.
Joyeux Noël. I thought you might need some warm clothes for the long winter ahead. Love, Mother.
You know, all the simple living stuff he's been doing would be great, but I think it would be even better if he learned how to repair his own fucking clothes. That is my only big issue when it comes to his thing. Oh, I guess that's somebody. Oh, no, that's mine.
Good tidings of the season, son. Some lamp oil to keep your little cabin bright and warm, Father.
Oh, thank God, thank you. Because I'm absolutely dumb and not getting anything for that.
Dear Ellen, I think of our time together often and hope that we will meet again soon. Till then, I send another poem for you. Two sturdy oaks, which side by side withstand the winter's storm, and spite of wind and tide, grow up the meadow's pride, for both are strong. Above they barely touch, but undermined, down to their deepest source, admiring, you shall find, their roots are intertwined, inseparably. Henry.
Bitch, she rejected you. Fuck, get over it. I'm guessing this is who he loved before, but she rejected, like, him and I think his brother. And I'm like, hun, she was either lesbian or didn't give a shit about you two at all.
A fine Christmas to you, Henry. Come into town to ward off the chill of the woods, have you? I wager your mother has some hot pie for you to nip.
Yeah, I just stole it. But I guess it's consensual stealing because she leaves it out there for me. God, I'm a goddamn trash panda in real life and in the game. Damn. Is that why he ran to the woods? That might be his actual reason. but the game and Googling told me that he wanted to do simple living as an experiment. Oh God, is that the kid? It fucking is. Listen, where are you little shit? Okay. He did it as an experiment because, like, again, this is like Industrial Revolution time. So the middle class is finally being established, not for long. But it was kind of the thing where he saw it as like, we're kind of losing our sense, like we're buying a whole bunch of shit and, environment things are, like, we might be ruining the environment and, maybe it's a good thing to kind of tone that down and kind of get our basic needs and everything. But I mean, that could have been a motivating factor.
Oh, there you are, Henry. I almost miss seeing you so familiar as your shape there by our hearth. Lydian and I were just saying that we think of you almost as one of our own family now. So often do we see you here. Be sure you keep some time for your own work now, along with all the chores my wife puts you to. I hear the writing is finally going along well.
Hell yeah, I got adopted by a rich family. The millennial dream. I want to read those letters, but I also...
Ah, hello.
Good afternoon.
Ah, you found my Laws of Manu. Good for you, Henry. I wanted to look at that passage about temperance and the ways of Brahma. I know you know the one I mean.
Yes,
sure.
I've read it.
Wait, no, I don't.
Well, that's good. I'd hoped you would, and that it would give you inspiration. I wonder if this text, one of the 4 works of supreme authority for the Hindus, doesn't speak directly to your own experiment. As Manu says, resignation of all pleasures is far better than the attainment of them. It's so vital for us to read the wisdom of all the ancient philosophers. Oh, speaking of which, I'm also looking for my Plato. I was reading it the other day down on the northwest shore of the pond. Have you seen it there by any chance?
I haven't seen it, but I can look for it.
Wonderful. Let me mark the very spot I think I left it on your map so that you can find it.
That shouldn't be difficult to find. I'll see you again soon.
Wait, I don't think I got my beans. Oh shit. Oh no. No. Pick up some mail to see how everything is doing.
Dear Counselor, I write in assistance of a young friend of mine, Mr. Henry David Thoreau, who has taken time from his literary pursuits to invent a new, improved
My
method
beans,
for the
no.
production of pencils.
My
I
house
believe
is
a
also
patent
almost gonna fall
application
apart
for this
too, so I should
method would
fix
be
that.
successful, and the financial support from such a patent would be of great importance to this young man's family. Might you look at the drawings and specifications included and give us advice on how to make such an application? Sincerely, Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Okay, I'm going straight for the beans. I'm so mad. Why doesn't this happen anymore? No! No! My beans! My beans! My beans. My poor beans. God damn it. I completely forgot about my beans. Well, I guess I'll go fix the house. I don't think I'll be able to get those animals. Oh, wait. Are you useful? No. I can't catch that rabbit. Oh well.
December 1845. Dearest Henry, how do you fare in these deep months of winter? We worry for your health, never strong. Mother has taken ill, and I worry for you as well. Be sure to make your way home to us for the holidays, as we have some festive offerings just for you. Fa la 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 la, Sophia.
Okay, that was a little cringe, but alright. That's fine. Okay, but like, mine's the fact that it's kind of broken and I do need to fix it. And this absolutely needs a door. But this is literally a door. I'm fucked now. Yeah, probably. I'm fucked for the winter. Not that I can't run to the general store, which is like over there. So I think it's like over there. Anyway, yeah. And buy some rice.
The snow had already covered the ground since the 25th of November, and surrounded me suddenly with the scenery of winter. I withdrew yet farther into my shell, and endeavored to keep a bright fire both within my house and within my breast.
Titties. I mean, yeah, winter is beautiful. Also, that sentiment just made me feel like it was fucking 2020 again.
My dwelling was small, and I could hardly entertain an echo in it, but it seemed larger for being a single apartment and remote from neighbors. All the attractions of a house were concentrated in one room. It was kitchen, chamber, parlor, and keeping room, and whatever satisfaction parent or child, master or servant, derived from living in a house, I enjoyed it all.
Yeah, no, this is actually adorable as shit.
At this season, I seldom had a visitor. When the snow lay deepest, no wanderer ventured near my house for a week or fortnight at a time, but there I lived as snug as a meadow mouse.
Literally, the first thought that came into my head for Fortnite was the theme song. I will just go and work on my place. I should find the sisters on the. Wait, I could walk across the river. And now I need fucking wood. God damn it. Alright, calm down.
Ow.
Alright, you can stop getting an asthma attack from hitting a hammer with a nail. Or hitting a nail with a hammer, my god. Dude, calm down. We are literally going to the nearest thing. It's fine. There we go. If you ever feel tired, guys, just remember you can stare very closely to a campfire, and you should feel fine. Do it several times, just in case. Probably see. Okay, his shit is over there, not far to walk. Her shit is all the way across the river, but I do have a boat. Or can I just walk? Is this what it's like to actually be able to skate? Holy fuck. I feel graceful already. Where am I going? I don't want to get too lost. Oh, further down. I actually cannot skate. So never take me to a skating rink because I will literally be like hanging on to the side. My parents actually tried to get us to skate when we were younger. And I basically, I couldn't do it. I had to always use that thing, and the moment you would take the little training thing away from me, it was like an old person's walker, or like just like a walker that you would use for skating. And the moment they would take that away from me, I just would fall. Or I could skate in like a straight line, but I can't turn worth a shit. I would just fall on my ass and be like, all right, that's good. I also don't know how to ski. I shouldn't say that. I barely know how to ski. But I'm also very afraid of, hitting, no, I think just like skiing off like an edge or something, like the fall. I am not a winter sports person at all. It's embarrassing, but I mean, hey. I'm the rare Canadian that doesn't know how to do fuck all when it comes to that shit. What's up in here? I thought that rock looked like a frog, and I was gonna be like, hell yeah. Can I steal this?
Interesting.
Let him who has work to do Wait, what the fuck? You really need to stare at this coat just to be like, ah, yes, my clothes. I can sew them here. Fuck off. Alright. Clothes are good. Oh, okay. Lantern. I need to put this right. There's something over there. I must get it. Is this a grave?
In In any weather, at any hour of the day or night, I have been anxious to improve the nick of time, and notch it on my stick too, to stand on the meeting of two eternities, the past and future, which is precisely the present moment, to toe that line.
Oh, I went the wrong way again. Yeah, that sounds about right. Can I pick up that with me? Can't. Fuck. Okay, I'm getting there. Gotta go like this way, I think.
When we have obtained those things which are necessary to life, there is another alternative than to obtain the superfluities, and that is to adventure on life now.
Oh no! I amused myself by watching a barred owl. I'm fucking my shelter again. He could hear me when I moved, but I could not plainly see me. When I made a noise, he would stretch out his neck and erect his neck feathers and open his eyes wide. Where I am, please. I am so close to getting this shit. Where am I? Yeah. Need to go like this. I think I see that. I think I see the thing. Please.
Here is a keepsake of John for you, drawn from memory, not yet faded. I hope you don't tire of my gifts, as there are more to be found. On the northern shore, where the nighthawks soar, by the fireside there, peace and good fare. Love, Sophia.
To be a philosopher is not merely to have subtle thoughts, nor even to found a school, but so to love wisdom as to live according to its dictates, a life of simplicity, independence, magnanimity, and trust. It is to solve some of the problems of life, not only theoretically, but practically.
Okay. Oh, god damn it. Why is your shit so far away? Okay, but I can go across the lake and get his other book. I think he pays me for that. I don't remember. Also gotta get wood. Repair my house again. But then that also tells me he built it pretty shittily. Because if it needs to be repaired this often in winter, then it's absolute garbage. Okay, that makes me go faster. Sweet. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going there. Oh, I'm going like right towards it almost. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't fallen through this ice. That's... Damn. That's actually pretty good. he has a lot of things to come after. Like... He is kind of a pompous asshole from how he writes and everything. Like, I totally get where he's coming from, but he also does sound like he has a stick up his ass. Because there are some things in which it's like, listen, we get it. And I bet you if I read into more of his stuff, I'd be like, listen, dude, I totally understand, but also, shut the fuck up. Because that's what a lot of this seems like to me. Like, I get his points. I love the environment and the voice acting. But just, like, getting to know this guy is literally like getting... Hot take. It's like getting to know... Oh, that was a bluebird. That was a blue jay. No.
Interesting.
Hi. But like, it's good. His stuff is good. Like, his thing on the, well, I got the wrong thing. It's good to break and smell the blackbird's twigs now. The beauty of lichens and their scalp leaves, the small active fields, the crinkled edge, how they flourish. I sympathize with their growth. I just realized, this is nothing bad to say, but this guy, I don't want to say it because at the same time I'm just like, you know, that's not going to be 100% true because he's a socialist and he hasn't hurt a single person. Bird. That's an oak. I think I got the bird. I'm not checking. But like, he seems to me like an incel. He's just got that pompous attitude that's like, okay, shut up, we get it. You went to school for like 3 months. Hey, I got some Play-Doh. I also think that's just the Victorian attitude at the time because, get it, he's basically been adopted by this rich person. Yeah, I mean, listen, girl rejects him. He runs to the woods under the guise of saying that this is gonna be an experiment on simple living. Great experiment. He does do a lot of good for science and environmentalism and like shit like this. But like, reading his writings, I'm kind of like, especially when it comes to people, like, I get it. I love how he's saying, like, you know, abolish slavery, abolish having, from what I got, it was like a lot of abolish, like, military and being forced into the military and all these useless wars. And it's like, oh, honey, just wait. But, like, I feel like from reading it and how he writes to others that it's kind of like, he's kind of a dick. But that's just me. Is that a raccoon? Oh no, I think that's just a tree. Mind you, this is a great topic and a great, like, thing to make a game on. It's nice. It's pretty. But sometimes, you know, I guess it's like you take it at a perspective, and I'm that person who will take a look at history with both a modern lens, or like, I'll look at it and then kind of translate it into a modern lens. That's usually what I like to do. Because it's so fun when you take something like that and be like, okay, so in this day and age, he's technically an asshole. But mind you, there was other people who were an asshole too. Not just him. But like, it's, I don't know. I like this, I like the game because I like the simple living part. Being able to do writing, like if I could do this in real life without the issue of money, I absolutely would. But yeah. I'm behind this tree. I guess I'm stalking this piece of wood. God. I don't even know what I need to do. I'm close to home. I guess I'll continue heading home. I'll chop trees later. Can I fish? No, I guess not. Yeah, and I think it just makes it more interesting because a lot of people, especially like, you know, when you talk about, oh, what's over here? Especially like, oh god.
The first ice is especially interesting and perfect, being hard, dark, and transparent. If you examine it closely the morning after it freezes, you find that the greater part of the bubbles, which at first appeared to be within it, are against its undersurface, and that more are continually rising from the bottom. While the ice is as yet comparatively solid and dark, that is, you see the water through it.
Okay. But yeah, it just, because a lot of people, I guess for me, because I like the small things, I like learning about the little things, like, or even just the random things when it comes to history. And then when you translate it into a modern way, it's like, wow, humans have not changed. We've gotten more advanced in technology, but we're all just a bunch of hairless monkeys running around banging stuff against rocks and hoping something works out. Okay. Is this anything useful though? Nope, just a blueberry bush that's useless. That's all I have to do? Wait, what? I just fucking yeeted that thing. Alright. That's all I had to do. Shit. Where am I at? Not half full. That's not too bad. I'm very low on food. I guess I could go up to his place, but I should fix my thing because it is getting dire. It does make me think though, did they actually keep his house? Like, if I went to Walden Pond today, could I see his little shack? I would love that.
The one who came from farthest to my lodge, through deepest snows and most dismal tempests, was a poet. We made that small house ring with boisterous mirth and resound with the murmur of much sober talk. Broadway was still and deserted in comparison.
See, it's kind of shit like that he says that I'm like, you kind of got that smug, pompous attitude. I get it, but also, shut the fuck up. Maybe that's why that girl also didn't want to take him. She was just like, no, I've lived with you my entire life. Like, we were childhood friends. You're an asshole, no. I will have hot takes on anybody. You give me anything historical, I will immediately be like, there was a hair there, okay. But yeah, I'll have historical takes for anything, like, oh, now I need mice and 3 mice, a minx, and a fox. Well, we'll see. Now, are you gonna continue to die on me, or can I actually work on this shit? Any better yet? No? Alright. Come on. Let's get to the fire. Actually, I probably could use the... I just realized I could probably use the one at my house. Ooh, snow! I am very tired. I know that. I just hammered some nails. And now I am dying. Come on. Come on. Live. Get better. Motherfucker. We'll see what this thing is. Oh, I think I got more. Cool.
Sometimes, notwithstanding the snow, when I returned from my walk at evening, I crossed the deep tracks of a woodchopper leading from my door, and found his pile of whittlings on the hearth, and my house filled with the odor of his pipe.
Okay, actually, I was thinking too about the takes, but you missed. I don't know if you've seen like last stream, but like he was talking about how some people were driving by his house, and some of them were farmers, and they looked at his bean field and they're like, that looks like shit. He basically was like, and these guys were being dicks because my bean field wasn't as good as their bean field, and now I'm gonna be salty about it. In 18th century language, of course, but I still was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I get it. But also, maybe it's because your attitude towards them? Like, I think there was a letter from Nathaniel Hawthorne. I have some takes on that guy, but not this time. Well, fuck me. Anyway, but the guy was like, you know, I get his simple living, and I really like how he does this thing for environmentalism. But, you know, not so sure about everything else. Yeah, it's always about the beans. Them damn
The
farmers.
mice which haunted my house were not the common ones. One would come out regularly at lunchtime and pick up the crumbs at my feet. It probably had never seen a man before, and it soon became quite familiar, and would run over my shoes and up my clothes.
Okay, I absolutely would hate that.
At length the winter set in good earnest, and the wind began to howl around the house as if it had not had permission to do so till then. Night after night the geese came lumbering in the dark with a clangor and a whistling of wings, even after the ground was covered with snow, some to alight in Walden, and some flying low over the woods bound for Mexico.
And there's another one of those things over there. Now let's do this one. Oh, now I'm somewhat rested. I'm fully rested. Fuck off.
I weathered some merry snowstorms, and spent some cheerful winter evenings by my fireside, while the snow whirled wildly without, and even the hooting of the owl was hushed.
I'll mend my clothing in a bit. Actually, I'm going into town. I could probably get fresh clothes. Alright, what's this?
At night there was never a traveler passed by my house, or knocked at my door, more than if I were the first or last man. I believe that men are generally still a little afraid of the dark, though the witches are all hung, and Christianity and candles have been introduced.
See, when he puts it in that tone, I'm like, alright, first off, fuck you. Second of all, I get this is way after the Salem witch trials, but Jesus, that's kind of dickish. Yeah, it's a lot of, wow, you're kind of an asshole. Let's go to Concord. I really need to get a better chair and not a shitty kitchen chair. Nothing there.
June, 1839. Dear Sophia, I so enjoyed spending time with Henry and John on their recent visit. We went boating every day and took long walks in the woods. Henry knows so much about each of the plants and flowers, it is quite a marvel. And John is so jolly and fun. I hardly know which brother is a better companion, and I'm glad not to have to choose. Best, Ellen.
See? She's like, I didn't want to choose any of them. They're great friends. If that's not 18th century lingo for it's literally, I see you as a friend. I don't want to date any of you. And a small chance that she probably is a lesbian. Just saying. But I like to see
November 1840. Dear Sophia, I have never felt so badly in my life as the day I refused Henry's letter of proposal. But Father does not approve of his transcendental philosophies and instructed me to refuse in a short, explicit, and cold manner.
Oh, it's just the dad, right?
It is all over now, and I hope that though I have dashed the hopes of both your brothers, we can still remain friends in the end. Ellen.
Okay, but what was wrong with the other brother? Was he influenced by, like, Henry? Okay.
An article published. Here, let me read it. What magic you work, Henry. Though I'm sure Mr. Emerson had some hand in this, did he not? The fees will be of such help to Father since the factory isn't doing well. And what will John say? His own little brother, a published author, no less.
Oh, he's a little brother. That makes sense. That makes sense why he's a dick.
My friend Thoreau, I have been hurried and have not settled your payment with Graham. I did see him, but it was at a crowded dinner party where I had no chance to question him on business. I enclose you $12 for your article on Maine scenery, as promised. I know it is worth more, though I have not found time to read it. It is rather long for my columns and too fine for the millions, but I consider it a cheap bargain and shall print it myself if I do not find another magazine. What about your book? Is it going well? Yours, Horace Greeley.
Oh yeah, so this is basically where he, like, this is in the middle of him writing his poetry book about the place. Yeah, all brothers are dicks, true. Yeah, I calculated it a little earlier because he was first given $2. His back taxes are $9, and I think he has to pay $10. I don't know what the $10 is, but basically, his yearly taxes that he has to pay back, but he doesn't because he says fuck that, no taxes unless the. I think he says no taxes unless the rich get taxed, but I mean, who knows? It was a little hard to comprehend a lot of his stuff. But basically, we got the modern equivalent of like $420. Oh god. But yeah. And he was paid like, I think like $45 before this, just for sending his shit in.
Hello, Henry.
Good afternoon.
That's pretty. That's actually, I want to say pretty good. Not the. Can I? Okay.
Most of the luxuries and many of the so-called comforts of life are not only not indispensable, but positive hindrances to the elevation of mankind.
See, he says shit like this, and I'm like, okay. I understand your simple living. I understand that we can essentially live better means with not having to worry about a whole lot. But there's some shit in here that is still pretty useful, and we can still benefit from innovation. Like that stove. This fucking stove. That sacks of food. But this. Oh god. This stove. Actually, that's a cute stove. Oh, that's a really cute. Is that a butter churn? Oh, it's cute. But like, you know, all these farming equipment. Yeah, men labor under a mistake. By a seeming fate commonly called necessity, they are employed laying up treasures which moth and rust will corrupt and thieves break through and steal. It is a fool's life, and they will find when they get to the end of it, if not before. And it's literally shit like this where I'm like, no, fuck off, please. Like, this is farming, this is food. No, he doesn't. He clearly does not. And it makes me absolutely, I wouldn't say livid, but I'm just like, listen. You're growing a small pot, you're living in the woods for 2 years, writing a book. By the way, you are basically being taken care of not only by your family, but by this rich fucker who decided to adopt you because he liked your work. And you have the audacity to look at a pair of tools and be like, ah, yes, this is a fool's work. They're not doing anything, and the tools of innovation are hindering them and making it all stupid. It's like, excuse me? Agriculture has been around here a lot longer than fucking writing. Farming and tools to farm were here before you could even put a pen to paper. This is helping these people. You're sitting out in the middle of the woods being pissy because a girl rejected you under the guise that you're gonna be like, ah, yes, simple living, all this shit. I will write my book in the middle of nowhere. Like, I get it. I want to run away from my problems too. But being a dick to the common man just for using tools that will help him and his family, you can absolutely fuck right off. I get it. He sees before, capitalism is absolutely gonna do that. Not tools. Not this. No. Anyway, hi, dude.
What can I do for you?
I need food because I'm about to die. Let's do... Ooh, $18. Let's do some rice. I need... Oh, my house stuff. Ooh, permanent durability. Yeah, tell me how you really feel. That's this entire game is like, you get to learn about his life. And, I mean, that's the great thing about learning and coming to your own conclusions. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, but fuck this guy. Ooh. Like, I can't get the teapot. That sucks. I can get some plates. Hell yeah. I only have... Alright, that works for me. I now have 64 cents to my name. Sounds about right. Hell yeah. And see, he doesn't talk about... Whoops. He doesn't bitch about, like, paying people to get stuff he needs. Nah. When it benefits him, he's okay for it. But when it's just some dude in a field, he's like, nah, fuck you. You guys are all idiots. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That dad for that girl, Ellen, I'll say it, he called it. He was like, nah, I mean, I'll say I won't agree with him, but he can, he can fuck right off.
Every man is the builder of a temple, called his body, to the god he worships, after a style purely his own, nor can he get off by hammering marble instead. We are all sculptors and painters, and our material is our own flesh and blood and bones. Any nobleness begins at once to refine a man's features, any meanness to imbrute them.
I mean, that's fair. That's not a bad take on religion. I thought he was gonna straight up be like a dick, but that's not bad. Alright, let's go to our sugar daddy's house and hand him his book. Oh. Wait, oh, no, the little wooden hoop isn't here. So we get money for picking up this guy's kids' toys. And doing stuff for him, so it's just like...
Henry, there you are.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you found my Plato. Good for you, Henry. I wanted to look at that passage about men's blindness to truth and the allegory of the cave. I know you know the one I mean.
Yes,
Yeah, sure.
I've read it.
Thank God they're not testing
That's
me.
good. I'd hoped you would, and that it would give you inspiration. Your own experiment is much like that of the man who leaves the cave and goes into the light, don't you think? And the rest of us, living in our safe houses, are the men left in the dark. I hope you won't think less of us for not braving the woods full time. Speaking of the woods, I've been searching them in vain for my Bhagavad Gita. I was reading it out near the Fairyland meadow and seem to have lost it. Have you seen it by any chance?
I haven't seen it, but I can look for it.
Wonderful. Let me mark the very spot. I think I left it on your map so that you can find it.
That shouldn't be difficult to find. I'll see you again soon.
See? See? This is what I mean. He's fucking 19th century incel. What the fuck?
Dear Lydian, all is well while you are away, though our dial, I fear, may be languishing. Henry helps with the household chores and the children. He's like one of our family now. I often find him whittling whistles for Waldo or popping corn in the fireplace in the evenings. I think perhaps you should come home soon, or he will forget his writing altogether and the comforts of our home. Be safe and well, R.W.
This man has no respect for the books he's looking for. He'll just read them and then leave them and be like, oh shit, I left these somewhere. And then this game is literally the audacity of this bitch. At least his sister has some, like, great things to look for. Although, not recently, but I think it's because I'm getting to the end of her shit. Okay, you just fucking appeared out of nowhere, buddy. Like, see, look what he puts for the guy's son. Young Waldo Emerson, Homo sapiens. I mean, the poem is kind of good, but it's just like, dude, what the fuck? I'll go towards the bean field because that is closer to home than following the road, I guess. Also, this guy loses stamina really fast, which definitely tells me he's actually not built for outdoor living at all. And it's like, okay, you haven't realized you got a good old stick up your ass? No? Alright. Anything new I can get from here? Oh, look at that. See, again, this dude is just like, oh, modern inventions are terrible. Oh, I can't look at the fire anymore. That's fine. But, like, he has the audacity to be like, I will buy this cooking stove. This is fine. Alright, we gotta stare intently into this fire. Please. Please, do I need to be closer? Please. Please! Okay, I'm fully rested. Oh. Gotta prove he's a man. Oh, Ellen rejected me in my proposal to her. I now have to prove myself a man. So I will go and live in the woods for 2 years to write my book. Get this. And maybe she will love me back. No, she won't. Maybe. Maybe she'll marry your brother. Because he seems to be the better guy, I think. I don't know. This whole family is starting to seem spoiled as shit. Although, I don't want to know what happened to the brother, but I have a feeling he's dead.
Ow!
Whoops. God, it's so cute. Part of me wish I had this when I was in first year cadets. Fun story, I don't know if I told you this, but my first year of Air Cadets, we decided to do a survival thing in November. And we went to this camp, so of course it had like heated buildings and everything. But one night, literally the coldest night in November, they're just like, alright guys, we're gonna go and sleep in the fucking woods. You're gonna have to build your own tent, and sleep on the cold, hard ground. No heat, no nothing. We'll have like a campfire going, in the distance. This is my first case of hypothermia, or well, I guess sort of hypothermia. Definitely the delusion part of it. But yeah, they forced a bunch of like 14 14 to 18-year-olds to sleep in the middle of nowhere on cold, hard ground. And I swear to God, like, I was freezing as hell. And I actually thought I saw, like, little feet dancing outside my thing. Yeah, it was an interesting time. They definitely got in trouble, oh, where am I supposed to be? Where I am. The people who said that definitely got in trouble by parents after, because everybody who was forced to do that.
Is not January the hardest month to get through? When I have weathered that, I will get into the Gulf Stream of winter, nearer the shores of spring.
Everybody got sick. It was not fun.
February 1846. Dear Henry, we have not seen you much since the holidays. I feel that you might wish to forget us, and our mutual loss as well. Even though you don't say his name aloud, I know you think of our poor brother John often, as do I. Your loving sister, Sophia.
What the fuck happened to him? Where thou sailest, who sailed with me, though now thou climbest loftier. Did he die at sea? Just tell me. Did he fucking die at sea? Do I have to pay my stuff?
When I had been exposed to the rudest blasts a long time, my whole body began to grow torpid. When I reached the genial atmosphere of my house, I soon recovered my faculties and prolonged my life.
Okay.
Dear Henry, I see that your family was among the first to sign the recent petition for disunion with the slave-holding southern states. It is a sign of changing sentiments in our small Concord. Even so, we have much work to do, and I require your assistance once again tomorrow morning. Be certain to check here for my instructions. Hopefully, A. Bronson Alcott.
I swear, nothing has fucking changed. Bye, Harry.
After a still winter night, I awoke with the impression that some question had been put to me, which I had been endeavoring in vain to answer in my sleep, as what, how, when, where. But there was dawning nature, in whom all creatures live, looking in at my broad windows with serene and satisfied face, and no question on her lips. I awoke to an answered question, to nature and daylight. The snow lying deep on the earth dotted with young pines, and the very slope of the hill on which my house is placed seemed to say, "Forward."
Okay. Yeah, I'm going the right way. I just need to follow the shoreline. Oh, what's this? Hey, come back!
Every winter, the liquid and trembling surface of the pond, which was so sensitive to every breath and reflected every light and shadow, becomes solid to the depth of a foot or a foot and a half. Like the marmots in the surrounding hills, it closes its eyelids and becomes dormant for 3 months or more.
God, I wish that was me. Okay, we're getting close to. Okay. Nope.
Like the water, the Walden ice, seen near at hand, has a green tint, but at a distance is beautifully blue, and you can easily tell it from the white ice of the river, or the merely greenish ice of some ponds, a quarter-mile off.
Okay, I think to go this way.
Interesting.
Absolutely collecting that bitch. I think he was eating my shit too.
Our game is fading fast, but still a few bright spots left. A heaven of wildflowers from fairyland found, favorite of picnickers and poets renowned. With showers in spring, the zephyrs will sing, and solace once lost is found past the frost. Sophia.
Like, Sophia seems pretty cool. She's been giving me a lot of shit that she really doesn't need to. But, and it's been kind of, I don't know, interesting. But, yeah, no, Henry. My god, oh, I am. I'll just follow this close enough. Oh, yeah, what do I need for. Yeah, fuck. Keep getting that wrong. He needs a mink and 3 moose. And I have to find that manuscript. Not today. I'm just gonna get the dude's book and, you know, hope for the best. Something I need. My house is going to shit. I guess that's winter. As it usually goes to shit. Don't know if I'm going the right way. But we'll see. Oh yeah, I'm getting there. I think his is just off this path, and then she's a little further down. Oh yeah, I am like right near it. Further down. That might be it. But maybe I went past it. I have a feeling I did. God damn it. Nope, getting there.
It should not be by their architecture, but why not even by their power of abstract thought, that nations should seek to commemorate themselves? How much more admirable the Bhagavad Gita than all the ruins of the East?
Why the fuck is this book all the way out here? Like, dude, stop. Oh well. I'll give it back to him. Because I have stuff to do in the village anyway. But I should find Sophia's stuff because I actually do like her and I like the stuff she's been giving me because it's been helping me this entire time. Probably follow this. Is this where? Oh. there it is.
One last riddle, brother, and then you can rest. In an inlet of willow, a moment of peace, between the steam engine's billow and the honk of the geese. S.
Oh, fox. Hello. I tread the tracks of a fox as if I were on the trail of the spirit itself, which resides in these woods, and expected soon to catch it in its lair. They're cute. Now I know where they actually get the name Vulpix from. Well, I looked at the wrong thing. Balloons have spotted the fields for 2 or 3 days. They fill the air with sweet and innocent fragrance at a few rods distance. Okay. Where do I need to go now? For her shit. Oh, Lord. Alright. And my house is about to fall. Cool. Actually, another thing too, I just realized, it's like, you know, he's trying to do simple living. Oh, my clothes are wearing thin. Well, shit. But he lives like a short walk away from the nearest village. Like, he wants to be shut, like, closed off from everyone. But at the same time, he wants to be super close. Mind you, I don't know the actual scale of everything, so it could be a lot longer of a walk, but still. You know, if you're gonna live in the middle of fucking nowhere, live in the middle of fucking nowhere. What's over here? There's something over here, I want to see it.
I believe that every man who has ever been earnest to preserve his higher or poetic faculties in the best condition has been particularly inclined to abstain from animal food and from much food of any kind.
Wait, what? See, this is why I said that he's, because he doesn't catch the animals, but he eats the fish. Oh god, I need to catch this one. It wasn't, there it is.
Many of the phenomena of winter are suggestive of an inexpressible tenderness and fragile delicacy.
Okay. Where am I? Oh, I'm still a long ways away. I'm gonna come home to a broken cabin. That's fine. Oh, there's more shit. There's more shit over here. What are you? Gimme.
Now that the cars are gone by and all the restless world with them, and the fishes in the pond no longer feel their rumbling, I am more alone than ever.
Yeah. She hit this shit. Okay then. Onward. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Please, stop. Stop. Let me have it. Alright, see ya. Have a good night.
We're at
I'll
the end
probably
of our
get off
play,
soon, too,
at this
'cause my butt
fine place
hurts.
to pray. for those who have passed and we who stand fast. Come home when you can, Henry, safe and well. Your loving sister, Sophia.
How close am I to home? I'm fairly close. Not too bad. I think going around here is actually a lot easier than walking. Let's see though. Oh, there's a thing over here.
To read well, that is, to read true books in a true spirit, is a noble exercise, and one that will task the reader more than any exercise which the customs of the day esteem. It requires a training such as the athletes underwent, the steady intention almost of the whole life to this object. Books must be read as deliberately and reservedly as they were written.
What the fuck does he mean by true books? In absolute what way does he mean by true books? The fuck are you talking about, my dude? Okay, let's go to my cabin because I got shit to do. I'm gonna come back and it's gonna be like half falling apart. Oh no, it's just... That's not too bad. Oh.
Listen, Henry. William and Ellen Craft have made their way from Georgia in disguise. She is his light-skinned master, and he is her slave. They are so very close to freedom. Bring these items for them to the abandoned shanty near Fairyland Meadow, and hide them in the place I've marked on your map. Place them before end of night tonight, or they may be captured and returned to a life of enslavement.
Oh shit!
Yours, A. Bronson Alcott.
Oh shit! I absolutely need to do this. Oh god, I need to do this. Good for her! Seriously, good for her! Oh my god, okay, where do I need to go? Okay, I need to go all the way across the lake. My house is a bit of a shithole. I should probably do that. Get it at least down. God damn it. Let's at least get this. Okay, you're gonna die from that. Got it. Let. I keep hitting the wrong shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. Come on. Come on. I need to go help them. I just looked at rocks. Okay. I will stare into this fire. Please. Please. Alright, there we go. Across the river. Or the lake, I mean. Or pond. It's called a pond. What's the size of a lake? It is an absolute fucking blizzard out here, though. Oh, no, 'cause I will get distracted with these arrowheads because I like learning more and giving my hot takes on this guy because what the fuck? No, get back here! No!
One pleasant morning after a cold night, I noticed with surprise that when I struck the ice with the head of my axe, it resounded like a gong for many rods around, or as if I had struck on a tight drum head.
Yeah, That means it's stable, though, I think. Or like it's thick. Like, damn boy, he deek. Okay. I need to go this other way around. Okay. Getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Now I just gotta go straight. God help these people. Maybe that's why he got into abolition. And good on him for sticking with that. Because there's people who will say that they're into this, but the moment you do something that they don't like, they'll say they're against it. So, you know, good on him for still being like, nah, I get it. But then again, she's also going against her father's wishes with this guy. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know much about the father, which is fine. But I'm absolutely 100% okay with this. I'm absolutely gonna give them this shit. Go for it, girl. We Canadians ain't no better at racism, but at least we're not gonna bitch about. At least we're not gonna kill you for it. We're selective in our own ways. Horribly. This is me literally laughing at just like, you know. Weird fact, but Canadians are no different from Americans. We're just very more quiet about it. So,
100 Irishmen, with Yankee overseers, came from Cambridge every day to get out the ice. They divided it into cakes, and these, being sledded to the shore, were rapidly hauled off to an ice platform and raised by grappling irons and block and tackle, worked by horses onto a stack as surely as so many barrels of flour, and there placed evenly side by side and row upon row, as if they form the solid base of an obelisk designed to pierce the clouds.
cool. Yeah, that's a trade you don't hear about much anymore, huh? Or maybe at all. Do you? Maybe they have, I don't know. Just the ice trade of like literally going out in the middle of nowhere, cutting blocks of ice and using that for, well, mainly for freezing, but like, oh, is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Alright, calm down.
In dark winter mornings, or in short winter afternoons, I sometimes heard a pack of hounds threading all the woods with hounding cry and yelp, unable to resist the instinct of the chase, and the note of the hunting horn at intervals, proving that man was in the rear.
Hell yeah. You two go get them. You guys stay safe. I want nothing more than you guys to stay safe. And also, let's get some of this shit because, my god, my house needs it. No more? Okay. What is this? Where is this on the other side of the fence? It's on the other side of a wall. Wood. I mean, I do need wood, and there is a place to cut wood here, so. I think. I thought so. Is there not? There isn't. Oh, that. Unless it's across the road here. Damn it. Dang it. Bullshit. Where to find the mice. I still need to return the book. God, I'm running out of food. I need to get the manuscript. That's a lot of shit I should probably do for the next day. This will probably just be me running all the way back. I almost wanted to say I wish there was fast travel, but then I realized there's no fast travel in the 19th century. There's no way I could be able to do that. Ugh. Not what I need.
Interesting.
If my clothes keep going as shit like this, I'm gonna be running through these woods naked. I need to get home and mend, or to get mommy to mend them for me, but let's go. Oh, there's something over here.
What I have observed of the pond is no less true in ethics. It is the law of average. Such a rule of the two diameters not only guides us toward the sun in the system and the heart in man, but draws lines through the length and breadth of the aggregate of a man's particular daily behaviors, and waves of life into his coves and inlets, and where they intersect will be the height or depth of his character. Perhaps we need only to know how his shores trend, and his adjacent country or circumstances, to infer his depth and concealed bottom.
I mean, I guess. Like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, like... I was, like, half paying attention, half being like, can I take this boat to, like, fast travel, or, like, is it just skating all the way? It's skating all the way, which is fine. I mean, it's fun and everything. At the same time, I'm like, God, can he be a little faster? I almost imagine just like as I'm going across, if like my clothing get more and more destroyed, it's just I'm being hit with the wind and my clothes are slowly coming off like thread by thread. And I'm just like, maybe it's all the isolation. Oh, arrowhead. Come on. Gimme. Come on.
When the ponds were firmly frozen, they afforded not only new and shorter routes to many points, but new views from their surfaces of the familiar landscape around them.
That is true. It's really beautiful to see. Alright, you're fine. Yeah, there goes my clothes. I will walk into town and everybody will scream that I'm not a proper gentleman. In which I'll reply, but you have not lived in the woods. You merely are all weak. I will be the revolution. I know, some bullshit. I would go for the simple living because I am better than you guys in every way. What do I need more of? Get some food. House is okay. Unless I start getting like freezing from this, I should probably turn on my lantern. I'll probably pick up more food when I go into town. Oh, come on! Fuck off! Is there any animals near me? No. Chop some wood.
Ugh.
it. Food is fine because I'll restock it tomorrow. What I can. Food is fine. I'll restock it tomorrow. Ooh, yeah, no, that does look like shit. Okay, fine. I will patch it up a bit and then have it take me to the village in the morning. Okay. Should get... No, we're gonna work on this. Because this is a pain in my ass. And unless I find a ruined building, or I'm able to afford a teapot, which would be nice. Hell yeah. Don't care. We will go to Concord. Ah, here's the thing I need to mail. Mailing.
February 1842. Dearest Sophia, I have just heard of poor John's passing, and am suffering from the loss of such a friend. I send my heartfelt best to your family, especially Henry. How will he go on without his brother and best friend? The leaves are falling, falling, solemnly and slow. Caw, caw. The rooks are calling. It is a sound of woe. Ellen.
Good try. That's fair. I'm probably gonna research a little later, like after the stream, just to be like, so, you know, what happened to his brother? Hell yeah. Nice clean clothes. Now what the hell is this?
I'm afraid there is nothing I can do for the young man. It's the lockjaw, and the poison has gone directly to his blood.
Oh, what will we do without our John? He is the light of our household.
You must make him comfortable as you can. See there, your brother Henry holds him closely now, but still he slips away. May God be with him.
We are lost. We are lost. Our best flower is fading.
Ow. Ouch. Okay. Lockjaw and poison. I feel like more is gonna come up about that, but I'll still do more research because I would absolutely love to know. But ow, we could definitely know who the favorite fucking brother is. Jesus.
Do not trouble yourself much to get new things, whether clothes or friends. Turn the old, return to them. Things do not change, we change. Sell your clothes and keep your thoughts.
You knew this now too, Henry. What the fuck? I mean, I get, you know, repairing your clothes, but at some point, you probably will be needing new fabric in order to fix it. And then at that point, you know, you might as well just make a whole new thing, which will last longer. And the clothing, because I follow people who do historical, you know, clothing and shit like this. You'll have no tough time finding good fabric. Especially wool and shit like this. Ow. Okay, nothing there.
Oh, hello, Henry. Did you hear the news about the fugitive slaves that were caught stealing food just last night out by your pond? Quite the excitement. To think, they made it so far only to be caught for lack of supplies.
What? No! I wanted them to be free. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I would absolutely be that person being like, hey, they come up to me like, we're gonna help these people get across because we want to abolish slavery. I'd be like, hell yeah. And be so upset when people get caught. I'd be like, fuck. More of these.
Public opinion is a weak tyrant compared with our own private opinion. What a man thinks of himself, that is which determines, or rather indicates, his fate.
Psychology would say otherwise.
I do not speak to those who are well employed, in whatever circumstances, and they know whether they are well employed or not, but mainly to the mass of men who are discontented, and idly complaining of the hardness of their lot or of the times, when they might improve them.
What do you mean by well employed? What do you mean by well employed? Is it somebody who, works in the courthouse? Finding that my fellow citizens were not likely to offer me any room in the courthouse or any courtesy or living anywhere else. But I must shift for myself. I turned my face more exclusively than ever to the woods where I was better known. He has good intentions, but some of his opinions piss me off, to say the least. What does he mean by well employed? Is he talking about these bastards in the courthouse? Yes. Is he talking about the fuckers in the bank? Yes. The dude in the post office is fine. The post office is alright. The dude in the general store is absolutely fine. The farmer, I lived in Saskatchewan. I grew up there. So I've been surrounded by, farmers and, people who, worked, the lower stuff jobs. I actually lived in a town in high school where, the main job there was a chicken plant. So, factory work and farming. So him being like, oh, these innovations and shit, it's like, listen. You rich motherfucker. You have good intentions, but you're pointing them at the wrong fucking people. Ugh.
Nature and human life are as various as our several constitutions. Who shall say what prospect life offers to another? Could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant?
Please. I almost want to get his book. I wonder if I can. I was able to get Oscar Wilde's Picture of Dorian Gray. I still have to finish that, though. Not bad, though. The first chapter was interesting. I did a whole Twitter thread on the first chapter, and I made it into a blog post because I go everywhere, but, I kind of want to read these and be, very critical, because it's fun. And I guess when it comes to historical stuff, it's just so this is what they mean. Like what I was telling Bailey earlier, this is what they mean. This is my take on it. What the fuck? Or just I get it, but also no.
Hello, Henry.
Good afternoon.
What can I do for you?
I have $6 in my pocket, and I would like, give me that rice, please. Fuel. What can I get for household? Ooh. Oh, it's very, okay. Medium increase. That's only 50 cents too. I like that. Fuel. Let's do oil. Hell yeah. We'll do more household then. More plates. More plates. I can't afford the woodshed. Shit. And I should be saving up for stuff. Might work at that dude's house again. I should see if there's anything left in here. Just to read. indescribable innocence and benefits of nature, such sympathy with our race that the woods shed their leaves and put on mourning in the midsummer. If any man should ever were just a cause for you. Oh, that must be John's painting. This is actually fairly common. I don't think they have. You can't see in there, but that might actually be his room. But yeah, they basically cover up pictures of the deceased. And then I can't believe I did not notice that until now. Jesus Christ, I've played this game most of the way through, and I did not notice that they had mourning shrouds for John. Shit. Yeah, but that's like one of the interesting practices that the Victorians did. Like they were very much into the death stuff, and it's kind of interesting. Pretty cool too. I don't get paid for that anymore. Excuse me?
It is a terrible blow. First, your brother John is cut down so suddenly. And now my own dear little boy. Unbearable, truly. I may find solace in a long trip, far away from the woods and trails that remind me of him so. You are a true friend to watch over my home while I travel. You are more like a brother than my own is to me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that hurts even more now. The indescribable innocence and okay. That's the worst. Yeah, dude, I'll clean it up for you. God.
Dear Emerson, I thank you for your kind words on the dial, and for sending the piece by Mr. Thoreau. I do not see the full merits of the work as you have described, yet having some knowledge of the man, there is no objection I could make to his lines which I would not make to himself. He is rare, of open eye, ready hand, and noble scope. He sets no limits to his life, but is somewhat a bare hill, which the warm gales of spring have not yet visited. A wider and deeper human experience will mold the man and melt his verse. I can have no better advice for a person so sincere. Margaret Fuller.
Please do not tell me it was that other. Oh, he's away now. Well, shit. I guess I could listen to more letters. Oh, poor kid.
My dearest love, Lydian. Our boy, our little boy is gone. Young Waldo was taken ill on Monday evening and died last night. All his wonderful beauty could not save him. He gave up his innocent breath last night, and my world this morning is cold. Shall we ever dare to love anything again? Farewell and farewell, oh my boy. Come home to us as soon as you are able. R.W.
Aw, I hate that. Like, I don't want to say I'm indifferent when an adult. I'm actually more curious on how he died. But just knowing that this kid died, this like little sprite, this model that was running around, and I'm picking up his toys and making sure it's all clean and stuff, makes me more sad. I don't like that.
Dear friend, my heart goes out to you and Lydian on hearing the news of young Waldo's sudden passing. Such a blow. Such a blow. I hate to bring more sadness, but I must resign from our dial. If it is to continue, you must pick up the reins yourself and drive it forward. If only I had been paid some support for my work, I would have remained. My financial options are limited, and so must seek employment as a teacher to support the work I do as a writer.
This makes my work on the dial impossible now. Regretfully, Margaret.
Oh, shit.
Dear Emerson, I am sorry to write and mar your fine holidays with editorial vexation. However, our next issue of the Dial is not progressing as we would hope. Can you please urge your writers to send the manuscripts they have promised, and to take the advisement that we have given on their contents? I fear that without attention, our Dial will not be long in print. Most sincerely, your friend, Margaret Fuller.
Jeez. A lot of awful shit happening. How's my stuff here? Half full, half full. I have about $2 to my name. I have to return his stuff to him, but I can't because he's away right now. Well, I might as well keep going till it tells me I have to go back to my house. Okay, maybe not. So pretty. Oh shit. Not gonna lie, some of the ice reflection kind of looks like antifreeze to me. But I mean, can't always be perfect. Well, if I can get back to the cabin, I might wrap it up for tonight. Keep that fair doing. Sorry, my cat's behind me. Let's go to the cabin.
The change from storm and winter to serene and mild weather, from dark and sluggish hours to bright and elastic ones, is a memorable crisis which all things proclaim. It is seemingly instantaneous at last.
We'll read these.
Dear Henry, thanks to God for your timely assistance for William and Ellen Craft. With your help, they were able to make their way to a ship bound for Europe, where they will live as free persons. I shudder to think of their fate had you not been able to assist them in time. Sincerely, A. Bronson Alcott.
Oh no, I actually was able to help them. Oh shit.
Dear Henry, I hear that you have offered your cabin as location for the Concord Female Anti-Slavery Society to hold its anniversary gathering. I commend you for this, and for ringing the bell of freedom from your post in the woods. However, a more desperate friend also needs your help. Look for my instructions here tomorrow morning, and be ready. Yours, A. Bronson Alcott.
Oh shit.
I was startled by the honking of geese flying low over the woods, like weary travelers getting in late from southern lakes, and indulging at last in unrestrained complaint and mutual consolation. Standing at my door, I could hear the rush of their wings when, driving toward my house, they suddenly spied my light, and with hushed clamor wheeled and settled in the pond.
My dear Henry, you have nearly weathered the winter in our woods and seem to be well situated to bear witness to the thaw of your habitat into mud and clay. Are you still finding inspiration out there on the damp edge of our society? Recall, if you will, that a frog was made to live in a swamp, but a man was not made to live in a swamp. Yours ever, R.W.E.
Ah, he has not seen a Lord and Savior Shrek. That's fine. I will forgive him.
March 1846. Henry, the ice in the pond is breaking up, and spring is in the air. I know your favorite season in the woods is approaching, but we hope to see you at home soon. Do your work and come home to us strong and healthy. Remember that you are our only brother now, and Mother's only son. Sophia.
Have kids. Keep the family line, because apparently, that's what they were into back then. Anyway, that is all for tonight. I will absolutely be back tomorrow. There will be no streams on the weekend, and there will be no stream on Monday, unfortunately, just because I have shit to do, and it requires that. Well, I'll be very tired on Monday, so I'm not thinking I'm going to be doing it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Glad you guys, let me put this out. I hope you guys enjoyed all that, and I will see you next time.